some time in our life that seems weird. Why I'm sharing this? Remember, sometime like let's say it is your holiday, it is Sunday, or you want to do something, but your mind is not asking, not allowing you. It becomes something cumbersome. You want something to do, but your mind is not allowing to do that. Then what happens? We are sitting somewhere on chair or lying on bed watching TV. Even there is no mind focus. Whatever we are doing, mind is not there. At the time, what happened? We are somewhere. Many things start chattering back in the mind. Even though it's not one thing, so that we are not at the track what we want. Even some plan we had made earlier last day, but still we are not sticking with that, or that becomes boring. I don't know what happened. Means sometime it happens. I'm not sure about you, but with me it happens many times. I'm sitting or thinking, doing nothing. Even I have many work, doing nothing. Later on we realize, oh my god, I could have done that. I had many tasks pending. I needed to write something, I needed to make something, but I couldn't do that. And later on when we have a small time, then we realize that the time we have spent, I should have made that product productive. But we are human. Again, we never know when our mind is at the what pace, at the what state, or that becomes sometime awkward or weird. Yesterday, what clicked in my mind, it was first time in my life. I thought, why shouldn't I learn something that is unique? Some skill that should be unique. Not mandatory, but it must be unique. Or I thought there was some Rubik cube, Rubik cube, somewhere lying in drawer. I thought, why shouldn't I learn to solve it? Remember, it is not easy. Anyhow, I tried to rush into it. I started moving back and forth, back and forth. But one thing I realized that there must be some formula for that. There must be some strategy that may we follow, or we might resolve it. But what was that formula? Even I was not aware. But one thing is sure, there must be some trick or methodology that we may use, or that click in my mind. We know very well nowadays social media, lot of resources nowadays available, and I just click on the chat GPT. I asked, hey, can I solve this? Or it gave me some pattern that you are if blah blah, a lot of things that was out of understanding. I couldn't understand a single thing. I tried to read, but I couldn't understand. But what ultimately, the same solution that we do, I asked him, please share some video, or he referred some video. I clicked on it, and once you are watching some video on YouTube, you may find similar many video that starts piling up. Why? Because there is some methodology they have used on the YouTube, where if you want to see some video, some particular interest, if you have the same interested video start coming piling up, or that is for good also, not bad. But the problem lies here, there are many ineffective, or there are certain only handful of video that may help us, or that we can take advantage of that, or that start happening. Once going in social media, it means you are going down the rabbit hole. It becomes tough to come out or understand what we want. There are 80% people, they are false, they don't have certain methodology. They just want people to watch my video. They have made created some compelling YouTube thumbnail, so that once we click, it attracts us, it entices us, or we just engrossed watching that. Obviously it happened. It happens with everybody, and it happened with me also. It was about yesterday, or I went in the rabbit hole. I started finding solution. Lot of video came. I watched. Lot of video came. I watched. Lot of video came. I watched. But finally, ended up that I'm not doing anything. But later on, when I repeated this many times, then I got to know there is some pattern that we may follow, because many great video, professional video that I was watching. So first of all, whenever I watch a YouTube video, I just go with their comment, or there are many comments and the comment is positive. At least I stay at the video for longer, or I want to get what I want to consume, what I want to take result of that. or I found some videos, I went through, but see, somewhere they were giving good logic. But the problem lies here. What happens? Somebody is gonna make you understand something, but the same thing, if somebody else is making you understand, that becomes more simple than somebody is making it cumbersome. This happened with English also. There are many people they might teach you, but certain people they know right way to fit it into your mind. But the many people they have a lot of idea, a lot of knowledge, but they don't know how to put it in your mind, how to instill that, how to transfer that knowledge to the other guy he needed. This is the problem. So what happened? I started wandering on the YouTube. There are many video. I found around 9 10 video. I spent a lot of time. Finally I got to know that the logic was same. Most of the great people they had posted. Even I came across a video for 1 minute 2 minutes they have created some pattern on notebook or showing that and making that by hand, showing that making that by hand, or finally he resolved it. Oh my god, it was kind of magic, but in real life it was not good. I understood that it's false, but again, it was interactive, or I thought, let's go once. I went once, I shot that, and whatever was cooking in my mind, it was true. It turned out to be futile. That video was completely futile. I repeated all that way that he did, but it couldn't work. And even somebody comment, it was just recent video, somebody commented that it doesn't work. Finally even I commented, because ultimately the feedback word works for the other people if somebody is watching later on. That is why, like, when I watch, I go with first comment. If comment, not one and two comment, one two comment maybe given by some of his colleague or friend or by him also, but the majority of people, like 100 200 1,000, if these all people, let's say 80% people are gonna give good feedback, it means there we must stay or watch. That is better than the other where we don't have comment and somebody they have filtered the comment so that nobody can watch it. Again, I followed or I watched many such videos, but ultimately what I got to know that the result that I wanted, it was not easy. That I was thinking to watch some 5 minute 10 minute video, it may help me out. It was not that easy. So for that I had to watch many videos. Even it was lingering in my mind how to do that, how to do that, but at least some idea came. Even this morning when I woke up, I after doing the meditation, the morning hour routine, I thought let's jump into that because there was some idea lingering when I was sleeping. Because many times when we see something it works, our mind has a lot of capacity, many potential. So I wanted that to not turn to futile. I wanted that to learn. So in the morning there was some pattern in my mind. Already I watched many videos. So I did it. It was working, but it was just initial phase. But later on came many another trick, tips that I need to follow. But half an hour in the morning I did that. Because of that, I couldn't learn English. Generally, in the morning, I revise lessons, I revise some vocabulary, I read something so that it may click in my mind. And finally, it took me half an hour. I ended up making something, understanding something, making note. One of the great things that what I do whenever I want to learn anything, I don't just ingrain in my mind. I keep writing that. So what happened later on? Once I wrote something later on, if I want to watch that, it means somewhere I will see that it is written by me, so it clicks in my mind easily. So to just refresh it, whatever I learned in the past, or if I want to learn again, it becomes easy. At least there is written at the time when I learned. At least I went through many idea, got many knowledge. That is why I made a note. Making a note is always worthwhile, and I do that. It's illuminating, right? And I did that. Finally, I was trying to make some note for this solving Rubik cube, solving a strategy trick, whatever I was looking at. Or I did that. Initial a few step, 2 3 step is now in my mind. I will keep repeating that. See what happens here. Practice. It doesn't matter. You are learning English, you are learning whatever skill, but the practice matter. What will happen now? I will not leave it. Gradually, every day I will do some practice, 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, and gradually it will happen. It will start coming in my mind. So this morning, like yesterday, I was doing something. I was completely watching video, but today I start getting some logic that why it is working. Why should I do like left, right, top left, top right, flip it, whatever color I want to match. At least now I started understanding. So this happens once we give some sense to our mind. Our mind is super capable of doing whatever we want to get work done by our mind, or that is what it started working. Whenever we work about anything, or our mind is super potential for getting anything that we want to give task to our mind, or yes, it has started working for that, or many trick, many a step, many stages I ingrain here. I know if I don't do that, I'll forget it. It will be futile for me down the line. But I'll not let it go in that way. I want to grab one. I want to make note. I will record some videos, and that will give me the good sense. And whatever what will happen, like somewhere we go, we are going somewhere. Okay, sorry. What I wanna tell here. When you are playing with the Rubik cube, our mind is there. We are focused. Our mind is not diverting, not obsessing anything, not somewhere in the futile idea wandering. So that is one of the great thing. Whenever you don't have task and you want your mind not to be distracted, just do that. Your mind becomes sharp. It becomes great. Like you are somewhere engrossed, thinking what to do, how to do, and that is one of the great way that we must do that. Or I started doing that, and I got to know that the mind is super focused each and every time. What color should I put where I should adjust it, where should I fix it. These all things started coming in our mind. Instead of thinking something that might be worthwhile, but the majority of time it is superficial. So it was great that I started diving it. I know it will take a few more days to get rid of this completely, to understand the logic completely. Gradually I am getting what to do, but I know it's not one day marathon. It takes long time. If there is some complex thing, it takes longer. So that is why. And just I am assuming somewhere, suppose I plan to go somewhere, what will happen now? I will carry that, I'll be doing that. If I know, I'll do immediately. If I don't know, I'll pass time with that, so that I'm not thinking about anything that is somewhere nagging back in our mind. Or that becomes one of the greatest skill, resolving the Rubik cube color matching is not easy. Once you do that, it may earn respect for you somewhere. Somebody doing, or they are not capable of doing that. If you do it immediately, remember any task that is complex, people are trying their best but not getting rid of that. They are not able to solve. Or if you are one who immediately, it may take some time, or you are able to solve that, it means you are better than those, or they admire you. I'm not talking you to be admired, but what I'm talking you about, me about, whenever we have such gap time, leisure time, where we are not doing anything, we must learn something that may be worthwhile, that may be one of the great idea, or somewhere whenever we have time, we may repeat that, so that our mind is focused. Or any puzzle that we have, if we are solving any puzzle, our mind is getting sharper. So first, if you want to learn English, or you want to learn another language, so if we know one language, we are speaking fluently, or if you are gonna grab another language, scientific reason is there. If you are speaking more than one language, your mind is gonna be more sharp. And again, if you have some puzzles, such kind of pattern that you are matching again and again, you are resolving the issue. It means your mind is gonna be sharp. So mind has power, but the problem lies is here. We are engrossed somewhere with the futile idea, watching social media, real, that is not effective for the mind. That is not any way, or that doesn't matter, or that doesn't support anyhow in our personality, in our development. Sometimes entertainment purpose is fine, but the problem lies is here. We are always engrossed. That is not the right idea. So some skill like I started learning, it was somewhere click in my mind. I started learning that. But what about you? Whenever you have time, what are you doing? Are you just passing time, or you are somewhere just engrossed? That is futile. Do something that is worthwhile, that makes sense, or that gives you some additional advantage, add some mindset, or a strong your mind. So this was my something that was decent I did. If you want, you can try, or you may get rid of such problem that you wanted. So sun has rained today. It is sharp daylight now, but I'm sure after a few minutes it will be more bright day. It is already bright day. People, they were somewhere a handful of people they just keep walking someday every day, but majority of people they don't. Or obviously it is working day, so it's not possible for all the people. They want to go to office, they must be getting ready on the fly, breakfast, everything on fast, or they want to just jump for the office and started working. But for those they have business or they might go later on, they walk every day in the morning. Even the people employee they want to go office, if they are conscious about the health, they wake up early in the morning, they take a round and they go back. But only a handful of people, not majority of people. So depends how to keep yourself fit, or down the line later on you need to regret that I should have worked, I should have taken care of my mindset, I should have learned this, I should have learned English. Instead of regretting down the line, just do now. Thank you.